Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Oh, welcome to Drinkin Bros Sports, kids. Man, I am feeling it. We hosted the charity golf event for Rob O'Neill yesterday. That was a good 14 hours worth of drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I don't remember all the things I did.
No, I don't remember any of the things that I did. Actually, don't remember a couple people in here. I had to reintroduce myself, like Hove, and I apologize for that. There's nothing I can do, you know? It's God's plan. You know what else was God's plan? Was my picks in college football last week. I was on Fuegs, dude. I had one tiny miss. I money lined West Virginia. That was my lock of the week at plus 17. That all hit. We all won a ton of money. Congratulations to me, you, but more importantly, me, obviously. But the money line was so close. West Virginia just handed that game over. My biggest takeaway was there literally is no dominant teams in college football this year. Georgia's defense. But what happens when a good offense plays them is what I'm curious about now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can. A lot of people put a lot of weight on the defense because of how they performed against Clemson, but Clemson's performed pretty shittily against everybody they played.
Offensively, yeah.
Well, defensively they've been okay, but they only really played Georgia, and we don't know if Georgia's offense sucks. You know what I mean? So there's nothing to read.
Yeah. So I guess that's the only thing we're missing. I mean, but if I'm looking at the power, rankings in the top 25 overall. I probably have Georgia at 1. Georgia got 4 first-place votes this week. Alabama is still 1, but, man, Georgia thus far has the most complete unit.
Yeah.
And their defense is absolutely complete.
I like to think I've got a complete unit as well.
Well, we all think
I'm talking about my hog.
Yeah, obviously.
Clemson shouldn't even be in the top 25. I don't know what the fuck. Why are we still persisting in this delusion that they're a quality football team?
They put them at 25.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. That's like being the last dude picked on a fucking kickball team. That's how they should feel right now.
Yeah. So, as always, kids, we'll go through what we got right and what we got wrong. First off was UNLV Fresno State. Didn't take this whatsoever. 2 dirtbag schools, dirtbag game. It was close. It was a fun game to watch. I wouldn't put my American dollars on it. It was 38-30 in that one. Alabama.
It's cool they're doing Friday night football again.
Yeah.
Because
at least there's something on there, something
Friday,
to gamble on.
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Yeah.
You have football on all of those days now.
My wife loves it.
And they're going to do it for the playoffs in the NFL this year, too. The divisional series, one of the games is going to be played on Monday night.
Don't tell her that. She does not know that, and she's not going to be
that's like fucking
amped.
January. She's not going to remember any of this by then. She may not be alive by then.
The fact that it's going all the way through January is amazing, and I'm stoked about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Jesse, they're adding another Monday Night Football game in January, so, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
But we'll probably be busy storming the Capitol anyways.
Yeah, well, that'll be another 3 years, I guess. But
the Capitol Grill.
Yeah.
It's a restaurant downtown.
Storm the Capitol for the potato skins there.
Storm the Capitol Grill.
Man, I am hurting today. Southern Miss, Alabama. Southern Miss is unranked. I believe this is the second FCS school that Bama's played. I don't know who this team is. The only good team they played was Florida, and that was close. Florida had a shot to win, so we'll see. Georgia.
It's weird that Alabama gave up 2 touchdowns to this team.
Yes.
Georgia versus Vanderbilt, that's what you should expect to see. You should expect to see maybe 1 score from a team like Southern Miss or Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Against an actual good team, and that's weird for Alabama. Maybe it was garbage time. I didn't really pay attention to that one.
I didn't either. Nobody in America was watching this game. Tickets were $17 there on drinkinbrostickets.com. Next up was Georgia smoked Vanderbilt 62-0. Laszlo Lopez and the boys were there. It was 35-0 after the first quarter.
Jesus Christ. Vanderbilt only had 4 first downs in the entire game.
Yeah. That's not a real football team.
No, that's stupid. 77 total yards.
I mean, it's crazy.
Georgia had 532 total yards, and Vanderbilt had 77.
And Georgia's defense is good, but my God, man, this was a 35.5 spread. I didn't touch this just because it was too many points, but maybe it's time to start thinking about it with Georgia here. Next up, Oregon. Arizona, 41-19. Now, the interesting thing about this for me was when I turned this off, it was 24-19. It was a close game going into the fourth. And then I guess apparently Oregon turned it on.
I guess. I mean, Arizona's a terrible football team, so
they are.
It's the score was technically closer than this.
Yeah.
Most of the game, but
I just guess. Would you mind turn the air down just a squeege there on the side? Could it be the meat sweats or the overhang? Like the hungover sweats? I have no idea, but it's right there on the thing.
Could you just stand there and fan him, please?
Yeah. My God, I'm about ready to take my pants off. Hung over today. I'm hurting today. Oregon, I don't know if they're for real yet. Look, they beat Ohio State, but I don't think Ohio State is very good this year.
Yeah.
So we'll see when they start playing a good team, but they're also in the Pac-12, so they're not really going to play a good team.
No, they're not going to play any other good teams this year, which is they'll probably be in the playoff unless they lose. Even if they lose one game, they'll probably still be in.
Maybe.
I don't think anybody other than Georgia and Alabama are getting out of this.
Because let's say Ohio State runs the table, you're still then up against an Oregon team that beat them, so they're not going to get in. Next up, we got West Virginia versus Oklahoma. Again, the game that broke my heart. Oklahoma pulled this out with the last-second field goal.
The game was ugly as shit.
Ugly as shit, bad snap. West Virginia could have smoked them by 21 points, but they just kept giving them the game. It was strange to watch. It was fun. The Spencer Rattler kid is not for real. His Heisman Trophy dreams are fucking dashed.
Yeah.
That's it for this kid.
I mean, they won and dropped to sixth. If that tells you anything.
And I think Oklahoma is probably going to lose 2 games. I think they might even lose to Texas, to be honest with you. Just because it's a weird game,
Is it? Where is it?
It's the Cotton Bowl. So it's not a home game for either, but it's one of those games that's always like 38-35, and you don't know who's going to win. And this year, with these guys, Oklahoma's going to drop 1 or 2. Next up was Iowa. My God, man. So Iowa destroyed every fucking parlay I had. It was good to go. My only loss was Iowa here. As far as parlays go, on 6-point teasers and everything, I had teasers down to 17. They won by 10. Colorado State is an awful, awful football team, and it's like Iowa didn't even come to play. It was zeros heading into the second, and man, it was terrible. A little stuffed up today.
They got leapfrogged by Penn State.
Yeah.
Who's up next? Yeah. Because they played so poorly in that game. Penn State beat Villanova 38-17. I still don't know if this team's for real either, though. I mean, they're 4th now.
Same.
But I just, who the fuck? At what point are they going to play some meaningful games here?
Probably Ohio State. That Penn State-Ohio State game will be a good one. But that's about it for these guys.
Technically, they've beaten 2 ranked teams, Wisconsin and Auburn, but I don't think Wisconsin or Auburn.
Oh, yeah, actually, you're true. Yeah.
And they play Iowa. They play Indiana next week, and then the week after that, they play Iowa.
Yeah.
That'll be 3 ranked teams that they'll have beaten if they win that game. That's a pretty good resume at that point. You gotta start taking it seriously.
Next up, we got Texas A&M and Arkansas. Look, every year I am great at picking one team and then just riding them point-wise. It's just a weird gut feeling. Last year was Cincinnati. I won 9 games betting-wise. I'm talking just pure gambling here off of them. This year it's been Arkansas. I am undefeated on Arkansas picks this year. I told you to take the money line in this as well as the points. They covered both. And this game, it says 20-10, but it was not as close as this indicates. I mean, they were up comfortably the whole game, and it wasn't much of one in my opinion. Arkansas is fucking for real, dude. And they moved into the top 10 this week.
Yeah, they're 8th, I think, aren't they?
Yeah. That was in Jerry World, so he was stoked. Obviously, that's his alma mater.
That's probably the first time they've been in the top 10 in a while.
Yeah. Now, this next one is going to hurt my soul because I said here on the show that NC State would probably win this game. However, I was too afraid to bet it in real life. You can see all my bets from mybookie.com inside Drinkin Bros Sports on Facebook. Just sign up. It's free. You can see all my betting slips. I didn't pull the trigger. I didn't think. I was still...
What was the money line on that one? It had to be like 260 or something.
3. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because they were a 10-point underdog. Not only did they cover, but they won the fucking game outright. And this Clemson team is cooked.
They're done. They may as well just find a different quarterback to put in there and start testing them out now and training them, because there's no point in letting this kid continue. He's fucking terrible.
No, he's not any good, and that's what I bitched about at Ohio State, which is up next. Ohio State played their second-string quarterback, Kyle McCord, 59-7. Now, granted, I know it was Akron. I know the spread was 49.5. But that kid looked great, and he looked better than C.J. Stroud. I hope he gets the nod next week. I don't know what's going to happen, but I can see that kid in a transfer protocol if he's not fucking doing it. Protocol. Whatever the fuck's going on, dude. This is going to be a rough show today. I can see him in there if he does not start next week.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I would leave. What's the point of staying there if they're going to continue to let this loser play in front of you?
Especially with Quinn Ewers there, who's waiting, and everybody's dying to see him play next year. This is kind of it for him, so we'll see what their decision is. But Ohio State's got a big decision to make this week. But that kid looked good. Our freshman running back looked great. He had 100 yards at halftime rushing, broke the freshman record the week before. Like, he's legit. This Ohio State team could be good. Their defense looked a little better this time, but it's Akron, so I'm not going to get my dick hard. This game used to be, this Tennessee-Florida game used to be a big deal. The game.
Now nobody gives a fuck about this game, and you see why. It ended 38-14, and to be honest, it could have ended much more shitty for Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been way worse.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
They're probably, I know I'm sure they're not happy with this result, but it's better than 65-0 or some shit like that, which could have definitely happened here.
Tennessee's in another rebuild for the 20th year in a row. It sucks because this game used to be the game, and people would get trashed. This was a night game. It was a blast. Now it's 38-14 still. Tennessee's 2-2. They look like shit. I don't think Florida's all that great. They're still splitting quarterbacks and whatnot, but
they're fine.
They're getting the job done, yeah.
Yeah, they're fine. They'll win 9 games probably.
Yeah,
this year. I don't know if they'll make it to the playoff, but they'll definitely make it to a prime bowl game.
Next up is Notre Dame versus Wisconsin. Now, I watched this game. I bet this game. I bet Notre Dame. Notre Dame ended up winning 41-13. To me, this was an easy call, and Notre Dame was getting 7.5 points.
Wisconsin's the same as Clemson to me. I don't understand why they were still ranked so high. Even at 18, that was too high for them.
Yeah, I don't either. They're 1-2, and like I think it's honestly I think it's the time to start giving respect to Notre Dame because their quarterback got hurt, and they brought this freshman kid in, and that freshman kid had some fucking swagger, dude.
Yeah.
And they dropped 31 in the fourth quarter. It was bombs away. That was a fun game to watch. I really enjoyed that because it was close going into the fourth.
Yeah.
It was a 3-point game. And then Notre Dame turned it on, so they might be for real, dude. They're 4-0. I don't know what they moved up to in the rankings. We'll get to it here after the sponsors, but impressive performance by them. It was 75 in Wisconsin. All the kids were out partying, loud as shit, and they still stomped them. Next up was Iowa State versus Baylor. You and I sat this one out.
Yeah, Baylor's a hard place to go play, and Iowa State, they've found that out a number of times.
Yeah. Iowa State's now 2-2. Baylor's 4-0.
Yeah.
And they were unranked coming into this game.
Mm-hmm.
They're ranked now.
Yeah.
I don't really believe in Iowa State this year. So, after that Iowa loss, congratulations. It was fun knowing you. Your season's over now at 2-2. Nowhere to go from there.
Yeah, Iowa's not a real place anyway, so I don't know why these people keep playing fucking football.
Me neither. And after Iowa didn't cover in that first game that fucked over everybody's parlays, it is back to not being a real place. So
yeah, it's really important to recognize who you are in life.
Yes.
And not try to move above your station. And Iowa has tried to establish itself as a real place, not an imaginary place. And everybody knows it's fake.
Right.
Everybody, look, just be a shitty school that produces tight ends and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Even when I was there, somebody asked me at the game yesterday, they were like, did you see the plane land? Did you see the radar land when you went to Iowa? And I said, no, I didn't. And then they said, well, then how do you know that you were actually really there and they didn't fly you to a neighboring state?
Yeah, it could have been anywhere.
Yeah. And it was the middle of the
I think
night.
there's something going on in Iowa.
It was the middle of the night, and that flight was delayed 5 times.
Yeah.
I didn't get home till night, so I didn't see the radar then either. So I'm starting to think that I probably wasn't in Iowa for that.
You can
game.
fake a radar thing
Yeah.
for sure. Anyway, so
For sure.
I wouldn't believe that if I saw it.
For sure. Next up, we got South Florida against BYU. BYU, man, keeps steadily winning here. They're 4-0. I mean, South Florida's dog shit, but
South Florida's all right. They give teams a hard time a lot.
35-27 there.
That's a lot of points to score, though. BYU's defense must be bad.
a lot.
I mean, shit.
I don't expect a lot out of them this year. They're certainly not going to the playoffs.
You can't give up 4 scores to South Florida and
No.
expect to go to the playoffs.
But if you're a fan of BYU and the choke and soak, congratulations. Just don't thrust, obviously.
Yeah, don't move your hips at all.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that there. Next up, UMass versus Coastal, 53-3. Why is UMass even bother playing football at this
I don't know.
point? They're
Why
now
does-
an FCS school.
I would have said the same thing about Rutgers, but they almost beat Michigan this week.
Well, look, that we'll get to it because that was one of my locks last week, and the Sklar brothers were on, and diehard Michigan fans. I said, look, I hate this for you, and I hate to say it, but I host a sports show, taking Rutgers plus 21. They railed on me. They railed on me and said how great Michigan was, how great their running game was, and they were going to run up the score. Minimum, they said, of a 4-score win. Not even close. It was 20-13, and Rutgers could have won that game. When I was flying in, you were watching it.
Yeah, they definitely could have won.
Yeah.
I mean, they were a cunt hair away from winning.
Yeah.
Very close.
That's what my grandmother used to say.
Yeah.
Grandmother used to say that all the time.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Nebraska versus Michigan State. This one went to overtime.
Nebraska actually looked okay in this game, but that's just a function of Michigan State being a piece of shit, too.
Yeah, and I was a believer in Michigan State until this happened. I had them
Well,
at
everybody
-5.
has one of these games a year where you just barely eke the win outs. So maybe this is theirs. They haven't lost.
They haven't lost, but this was a 5-point spread. I bet this straight up along with the teaser. I lost the straight up in this game, and that one hurt. North Carolina
This one's
against
funny.
Georgia Tech. I lost
Like,
this
is
one as
Georgia
well.
Tech ranked now?
I
Because
don't.
that's the second-ranked
No.
team they've beaten.
No, they're 2-2.
Oh, no, they lost to Clemson, but barely.
Yeah, they're 2-2. So look, I took North Carolina -6.5 in this. I thought this was a lot because Georgia Tech is shitty. I lost this game. I don't know how Tech is scoring 45 points against North Carolina. I also don't understand how North Carolina just kind of gave up on their season.
Yeah, it's weird.
Really weird. That Howell kid was going to be a Heisman contender. Now he's just absolute dog shit.
Yeah, he's not looking good.
Not at all. So is Auburn. Auburn was playing Georgia State, another FCS
Yeah,
school.
what the fuck is this?
This game,
You
by the
can't
way,
give up- you can't give up 3 scores to an FCS team.
dude,
man.
at halftime, Georgia State was up 24-12. I was watching this and I was like, holy shit. Is Auburn going to lose to an FCS school? And then they poured it on the second and won by 10, but the spread was like 30 on this fucking thing.
It should be.
Yeah. We didn't bet it because you couldn't. You know, they don't do spreads on FCS schools. UCLA versus Stanford. None of us watched this.
Nah, this is trap 12 nonsense.
Yep.
UCLA is going to have some big wins and then some devastating, at least one more devastating loss to a shitty team. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah.
These guys are just not consistent at all.
Not at all.
Sorry, Freddie.
Yeah, sorry, Freddie Mitchell, but it's not getting better there. And then last but not least, we don't bet on that shit. Last but not least, Kansas State's against Oklahoma State.
That's another tough place to go play.
Yes, dude. I don't look.
Big
Oklahoma
12
State
team.
is 4-0.
Yeah.
Kansas State is 3-1. I don't really believe in any of these schools. My rule when it comes to the Big 12 is bet the over. The over was 50, or they scored 51 points in this. I don't know what it was because I stayed away from this game. But if you're looking to bet these schools like that, either jack up the spread or bet the over, because any one of these teams can show up and just win. And it's bizarre to me. You know what isn't bizarre, though, Dan? Gillcliff.com, baby. Man, I need it today. As soon as I get home, I'm going to crack open one of their CBDs. 25 milligrams in every single can. You and I went hard for 3 or 4 days here in Nashville. We got a flight in an hour. Thank God. When I get off the flight, I'm getting a CBD inside my body from Gillcliff.com.
Don't even take it out of the can.
No.
Put the whole
I'm just
can
going to put
inside
the
you.
whole thing inside my
Let your body absorb it naturally. The way God
my
intended.
anus. My anus.
A new start.
Yeah. It'll absorb
Anus
the
tart?
whole can. Grape, mango, pineapple. Even Jesse's hungover off screen. She's just like, bro, I can't even deal with your fucking nonsense today. Grape, mango, strawberry, the Joe Rogan, the pineapple jalapeno is back in stock. Go to killcliff.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros gets you 30% off there. There is no THC in there, so you will not piss hot on a drug test. You are good to go at killcliff.com. The beauty of that is you can get 30% off of all their products. So if you see something else that you like, just use the promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout for 30% off, and you are good to go. Next up is mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros will double your deposits. All of these bets today will be on mybookie.com. Bet with us or against us. It will double your deposit. The beauty of football season being back is it is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Every single night we bet. I even bet the junkie games. You know that. Again, sign up for Drinkin Bros Sports. You can see all my betting slips from mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles deposit. Man, this is a rough one for Ross today. An absolute rough one. My God, man. Look, it was Kid Rock. It was John Daly. There was a lot of heavy hitters there. We went hard. And I'm sorry that I'm not sorry, but Ron White was there. I mean, come on, dude. We went hard all day, for Christ's sakes. We apologize for not going live from Leatherwood Distillery. Last time we were staying out by there. Today we're actually down by the airport, and that's about 40 minutes away, and we couldn't do it today. Could not do it today. Last but not least, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. I'm going to sleep like a little tiny king in that bed tonight. 30% off everything in the entire store with the promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout. Pillows, sheets, mattresses, adjustable bases, you name it. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. Get yourself a new mattress. If you have decent credits, 36-month pay-as-you-go program is in effect, along with the 30% off, so you can bundle that together and walk out of there with a brand new mattress set from $35 to $38 a month. Go to killcliff.com, promo code Drinkin Bros, and it'll double your deposit there. I'm sorry, it will not double your deposit. I got a little bit distracted here. God, I'm fucking hungover. I mean, super fucking hungover today. Ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros is what it is. Dan, look at this guy on TV with the mustache, by the way, real quick in the back there. Is that
what a jackass? Real? No, it's not real. Obviously, it's not real.
This is really fucking funny, man.
He's sitting in the press area, and he keeps blinking his eyes.
Oh my God, dude. This is fucking hilarious, dude. I don't know what's going on today. Wow. Again, hungover as shit.
That's really funny. He's sitting behind some turd that's getting grilled by the Senate.
Yeah.
Is it weird that the Senate, before every senator's name has Mr. or Miss? Aren't there like
That's
75
typical.
other options?
Grab Jesse. It looks like the Monopoly guy here in the background.
Well, he's not bald and he doesn't have a monocle.
Take a picture of this guy so we can post it on
Although
Instagram.
I heard a rumor that
or Bill, take a picture of it.
I heard a rumor that the Monopoly guy doesn't actually have a monocle. That's Mandela effect.
Really?
Can you look up a picture of the Monopoly dude and see if he has?
I think that is incorrect. Yeah. Did you get it? All right. What a weird fucking story, dude.
Well, nobody cares. Like what they're talking about right now is how badly Millie Austin and the Biden administration fucked us over, to include getting 13 U.S. service members killed. No one cares about any of that. They'll care about this dude in the fucking.
So the Monopoly mustache. Guy does not have
no monocle.
Did he really?
No, he's not the Monopoly
This is
guy.
great. There's a Senate hearing on the background. We're live from 85 Supply, our merch store. They were kind enough to let us shoot in here.
We were going to go to Leatherwood Distillery, but we realized that we fucked up on the time, and it was going to take too long.
Yeah, it was going to take 40 minutes
to get out there and then drive back.
And we got to go to the airport. All right. Everybody sends me DMs, and they're like, Ross, just shut the fuck up and give me the picks, dude. Here are the picks for this week. Friday night, Iowa.
Did they yank that guy out? Because now he's gone.
They had to have. You got that picture, Bill?
Oh,
there he is. He's back, baby.
Oh, that's fucking funny, dude.
He's back. Grab Jessie. See if she can turn the camera around on this guy. Just so we have this here.
Yeah.
She lying down in there? Grab her.
She's curled up in the sink.
Oh, he's got the monocle back in.
Look at this asshole.
Turn the camera and get this guy on the screen. Can you do that?
Hold on.
Did you see this guy? This is so fucking crazy, man.
Oh. Here we go. Are we gonna get
wait till he
flagged
pops
for
back in?
posting that
I don't
shit?
think we're gonna get flagged
no,
for this. Just crop out the NBC News
Congress.
logo. This is some of the craziest shit ever.
He's gonna
They're doing
be
a
on
Senate
the-
hearing, and there's a guy dressed up like Mr. Monopoly.
Look, he'll pop his
Wait
head
till
up
he peeks his
between-
head, and he's right between the two of them. Did they pull him out of there?
No.
Or is he
keeps
just
ducking
hiding?
down and getting.
Oh, there he is. And he's got the monocle in.
Fucking asshole.
Look at him. He's pulling on the monocle. Oh, he knows where the camera is. Look at him. How did they let this guy into the Senate, dude?
Yeah. It's an open hearing.
This just made my whole entire day, dude. I don't even know what this Senate hearing is for or from, but oh my God, dude. This is so fucking
That's
funny.
really funny.
Holy shit, dude. Who let that guy in there? It's great. All right. These picks are going to be great this week. I feel great. I've been on fire in college football this year. I think I'm hovering around the 78% mark right now. First up, Friday night game. Great game. Iowa against Maryland. This is Iowa minus 3.5. Who you got, Tan?
Oof. I think it's problematic for Iowa that this is only minus 3.5 because Maryland is not great. You know what I mean? But I think everybody.
They're 4-0, but
nobody trusts Iowa now. They got leapfrogged by Penn State because they just sucked.
Yeah.
And two of their wins, they've looked shitty, but sometimes that happens.
yeah, and
Like
look,
if you win the games where you struggle and then you continue and start getting better through the season, like this is a big game for them.
Huge.
They need to come out and win this game by 2 scores.
Yes.
And set the tone. So I think I'm going to go with Iowa.
I'm all in on Iowa. I'm going to buy a half a point and take it at 3 just in case it's a push. And I'm all in on Iowa in this game. I think because of their shitty performance last week, that's why the spread is so low.
Yeah.
I would hop on this immediately
And their
before this
defense
starts
is
getting
good,
jacked
man.
through
I
the
mean,
roof.
Against a team like Maryland, their defense should show out.
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah,
should.
yeah.
This should be like a fucking 28 or 35 to like 3 or 7 game or
Yes.
something. That's what it should be.
Yeah,
We'll see
yeah,
what
yeah.
happens.
So I'm all in on Iowa in this one. BYU versus Utah State might be a rivalry. Because
Who
it's in
knows?
Utah.
Is Utah State an FCS school?
I don't
It
believe
can't be because there's only a -9 spread on this bitch.
Yes, it is. We get a -9 spread on this. Look, BYU has looked great all year round. I will. Wait, is this on a Friday night? It is. Okay,
yeah.
great. So this is a Friday night game. So here's what I'm going to do with this one too, because I like it. I'm going to take BYU down. I'm going to take a 6-point teaser of BYU down to 3, and then I'm going to take this Iowa game at 2.5. Plus 2.5 for that, and then take BYU at 3, and that is going to be my parlay for Friday night. I'm also going to take Iowa straight up here at -3 on Friday night, and that's going to be a fun fucking game. So I'm in for both of these.
Yeah, speaking of
I
fun
like both of
games,
these.
this Arkansas at Georgia game
Whew,
is
I love it.
big game for both teams, and I don't think Georgia thought this was going to be a big game for them when they saw their schedule at the beginning
No.
of the season. They probably didn't have this one circled,
No, not at all.
but they sure as shit do now. They're getting 18, are giving up 18.5 points. That's way too much.
That is way too many points.
Yeah,
right?
I'm all in on fucking Arkansas to cover this.
Same.
At plus 18.5. You fucking kidding me?
And look, man, this might be my lock of the week. That or Iowa. I'll tell you at the end of the show, but
Mine is Notre Dame, Cincinnati, but
mine.
We'll get there.
Here's where I live at with this. Okay, I'm gonna jack this up as well on a 6-point teaser and get that at 24.5.
Yeah.
Just because you can. And that's exactly what I did with West Virginia last week, and it was great. I think Arkansas is gonna cover this 18.5.
I
but
do
I also
too.
love it in a teaser, and it feels like a guaranteed win there.
Yeah, it does.
I'm jacking it up to 24.5.
what's the over?
The over is 48.5.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
What if you took it down, though, 6 points to 42.5?
No, because I could see this being a super
17-10 game?
Yeah, easy.
Gotcha. Next up, we got Michigan versus Wisconsin. This is Wisconsin -2. Now,
This is a game that Michigan would have had circled on their schedule all year.
Correct.
And now maybe they do, maybe they don't. It's funny that Wisconsin's giving up 2 points.
what does that
against
say
Michigan.
about Michigan?
I think it's
That shitty Rutgers performance?
yeah. I think it's probably the shitty Rutgers performance, but that's probably so far this season that's an outlier for them.
Yeah.
I don't know that you should give Wisconsin, who's just been getting drug every time they fucking play a football game, 2 points against Michigan right here.
I don't either, man. But also stay away from it because it's an in-conference game, and we don't really know how good Michigan is. And again, this is not because I'm an Ohio State homer. Their first 3 games were like Western Michigan. They're all bullshit schools, right? An FCS school and somebody else.
And Rutgers.
And
where
Rutgers.
they barely beat. But I mean,
Rutgers is a decent enough team, but they
Yeah.
were still favored by 3 touchdowns, and they were nowhere near close to covering.
No.
So with Rutgers, they're fine. Wisconsin is a step up from Rutgers.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you want to sprinkle the money line here, what is it, like 140 or something?
probably sprinkling on Michigan, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably that's probably what I'll do here, just so I can remember to check in on this game because there's a lot of implications.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this game live, but I'm not gonna put any money on it, just simply because I think it is a 1-score game, and I don't know which way it's going to go. To be honest with you, I don't see this being a blowout. I think this is a 1-score game, and
I actually kind of think this next game might be a blowout.
yes,
I think Wake Forest is going to drag Louisville all over the place.
Wake Forest is
6.5.
4-0. They moved inside the top 25 this week. This is 6.5 at home against Louisville.
I think that's a good bet. I think I might just take that straight up at 6.5.
Louisville had a decent performance last week and knocked somebody off. But, for me personally, I don't know that much about Wake, and that's my fault. Actually, one of my really close friends, his son is a freshman quarterback there.
Yeah.
He's redshirting this year. Now, when he gets in there, I'm going to watch it, but I don't know enough about this team yet to make a confident bet for you. And like I always say on the show, man, I'm not just going to bet shit just to do it. Like, I want you guys to win money. That's what this is all about. So I don't know enough personally about Wake to tell you what to do.
I might
here.
take this straight up at 6.5 if I get bored later in the week, but
Okay.
I'm paying attention because there's implications here too. Like
Look-
if Georgia Tech has another big win this week, they're a 2-loss team, but are they fucking gonna be ranked at that point? I mean, what the hell is going on in college football this year?
Look, we got 3 games this week that have major playoff implications.
Well, I mean, if you thought
That Georgia-Arkansas game is 1.
yeah,
And this next game is certainly 2, Cincinnati versus Notre Dame.
yeah,
Because if Cincinnati loses, they're out of the playoffs.
yeah, but if they win, they're in because they don't play anybody else after this. I
Correct.
think.
This is Cincinnati -2.5 at Notre Dame. Who do you got in this one?
I got Notre Dame.
You got Notre Dame
Yeah, I
in this
can't.
one. Huh?
I'm taking the Notre Dame money line. Actually, I'm not taking this 2.5 points.
Is Cone playing, though?
I
Or
don't
is he
care.
still injured?
I think Notre Dame's defense is fucking good.
Yeah.
Cincinnati's got a good defense as well. So I think it'll be a low-scoring game, and I think Notre Dame's going to win handily.
Oof. Look, I love the Bearcats. These have been my dudes this year. However, Notre Dame, man, has looked pretty fucking good, and that freshman quarterback had a lot of fucking swagger on that team. I think the play for me in this one personally is jacking this up to 8.5, and then taking Notre Dame. So I'm going to take Notre Dame -8.5 on a 6-point teaser. Right now it's at 2.5, and I would highly recommend putting a teaser together with that Arkansas game, and I think that's a pretty safe bet because I'm with you, man. I can see Notre Dame winning this game. This is certainly not going to be a blowout, and this will be a 1-score game here. But I don't believe in it enough to bet over 7 one way or the other.
No.
Therefore, jacking this up to 8.5 for Notre Dame is good. And if you believe in Notre Dame, go all in on them. Like I get it.
Yeah,
So-
I think they're gonna. I actually think this might be a 2-score game their way.
It very well could be. Notre Dame looks a lot better than I thought they would.
They also usually disappoint but it's not until later in the season, right? So,
And it's not the playoffs yet. Not the playoffs yet.
they're a really good regular season football team. They
Yeah.
have been for a long time.
Yep. The old computer door died here, so I'm going to go ahead and pop open the old phone here to look at the spreads. Brother. Next up, we've got Coastal Carolina versus Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a Division I school or not, but it's a 34.5-point spread. To be honest, Coastal covers most of these.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. I was like, dude, every week we say there's too many points for Coastal.
Delco makes
every
a ton
week
of money on these guys every year.
Every week they beat the spread.
Yeah.
I don't fault you at home if you're taking the spread on Coastal because they keep covering. I just can't justify it. The one time that I bet on Coastal last year, no, I bet a few times on it last year, but the one that was a big boy spread like this, I got house, and I've kind of gotten skittish from it. So right now, I'm going to back off this. 34.5 is a lot.
Yeah, it's too much.
Too much.
I mean, it doesn't matter how many times they do it in a row. Still
Right.
too many points.
Right. I agree.
Oh, look, Matt Gates is on TV.
Yeah, there he is. Congratulations. Next up, big game here. This is going in all of my teasers here. Ole Miss at Alabama. This is probably the test of the year for them.
For Alabama?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, there's not a whole lot on that schedule. But
No. And I love this Corral kid out of Ole Miss. I think he's the Heisman frontrunner to me personally. This is 14.5. I love it. I love the 14. I love it even better at minus 20.5. I think this is going to be a fucking close game, man.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's going to be a test I might sprinkle a little on the money line.
Yeah, I mean, Ole Miss could definitely win this game. Alabama's been pretty inconsistent. They don't have.
They've been consistent against the FCS schools,
but that's not a thing.
Florida, yeah.
Just the fact, I think most years in Alabama you have two complete units.
Yeah.
Right? You have a complete defense that's very good and a complete offense that's better than good. And I don't see it clicking on both ends right now for them. I really don't.
No.
And it's weird. Maybe they're shaking it off. They got a rookie quarterback and blah blah blah. Maybe that's it. And maybe they fucking come out here and tune these guys up. I think they might tune them up. But I'm not giving them 14.5 based on the way they played so far because I think Ole Miss wants this fucking game.
So do I. I think they want
this
it
game
bad. So does Lane Kiffin, dude. So therefore,
don't expect to see too many fucking punts in this game.
No.
So expect some trick plays in the first fucking quarter from Lane Kiffin. I guarantee you he's going to try some like double end around bullshit.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with Ole Miss in this, and I'm going to jack this up to 20.5, dude.
Ole Miss is going to score some points. What's the over in this?
I don't know. I don't have the over in front of me. Do you?
No. Let me look.
Schofield, what's the over in the Ole Miss?
Yeah, look on my bookie.
Go to my bookie. My computer just died.
Committed suicide.
Probably. I would too. My computer's as fucking hungover as I am.
Yeah. Yeah,
Jesus
it looks.
Christ.
I mean, it looks like you've got 6-7 years worth of dirt and cum stains on that thing.
Probably do.
Disgusting.
It was outside yesterday.
You got to get a UV light and shine it over his computer right there.
It was outside yesterday. There was beer, chips, food, everything is all over this. Yeah. I got to take this in. When's the new one coming out? When's that 16-inch coming out? Soon.
It was supposed to be in fucking January,
Yeah.
I think. But maybe the new iPhone, I bought one. It gets shipped next week, I think.
Yeah, October 1st.
So they have plenty of phones. So I guess it just depends on what kind of mood China's in and what the product is. They'll let us have iPhones, but not computers, PlayStations, or fucking trucks.
China. Thank you, China. That over's got to be high.
The problem with sucking Chinese dick is that you're hungry half an hour later.
Just type in over Alabama versus Ole Miss.
That was a good joke.
It was a good joke. I missed it, but I loved it. We'll come back to that over while Bill finds.
Yeah, take your time. We're going to live forever. We're not
Jesus
doing a
Christ.
show or anything.
Over under.
Damn it, dude.
Alabama versus Mississippi.
The internet also is not great.
No,
here.
we'll wait for Bill today.
I'm glad we didn't go live with this because it would have been a fucking shit show.
Bill will wait for you today. Do I have to find this too?
I will wait for you.
Oh, God.
Holy shit.
Bill Schofield just said it's 77.5 is the over. Yeah, they're favored by
we
4.
got that part. Shit.
77.5.
That's a fucking game.
I
mean, I hope that's what it is.
Can you remember an over that high?
There's ones in the high 70s, but usually it's a fucking against. It's like 2 American Conference teams or something like that. Like if Houston plays
That's a 40 to 38
South
game,
Florida
by
or
the way.
something. Yeah, I mean that's not out of the realm of possibility here. Alabama's defense isn't what it once was.
40 to 38.
Right, that's the real problem they have right now. In a normal year with an Alabama defense, I would look at this and say, okay, cool. They're probably going to beat Ole Miss by 18 points, probably.
My God, dude.
But right now, I don't know. I honestly don't.
This year, Ole Miss is averaging just over 52 points, and Alabama's right at 47.
So Ole
Yeah.
Miss is averaging 52 points. Alabama's averaging 47.
But those are against shitty teams. But
Fireworks,
still,
dude.
that's Lane Kiffin. He's gonna. No matter what else happens in the game, they're gonna score points.
I will be
Alabama may
watching
score
this
more.
game from the comfort of my living room, enjoying every last second of it. This is going to
That's
be
the 2:30 game on Friday.
banger
So it's the mid
on Saturday. Yeah,
or on Saturday. Yeah. The
for
other
2:30
games
Central.
are fucking stupid.
Central. Yeah. Next up, we got Oregon versus Stanford.
Nope.
Oregon -8.
I would if I if I was bored and I might do this, I might sprinkle the fucking Stanford money line because Oregon is incompetent. Every single year they lose to UCLA or fucking Stanford or some shitty team.
Somebody shitty, yeah.
Every single or the Oregon State, which is that's a rivalry thing, so I get that one. But
Yeah.
every fucking year it's somebody. Fuck these guys. They don't look at all like a number 3 in the nation team to me.
No, and look,
But then again, neither does anybody else. So somebody's got to be there.
the most interesting part about this game, Dan, is the time. It's the first game that it besides Ohio State, but Ohio State's on.
It's at 12:30
yes,
Pacific. What the
yes,
fuck?
dude.
Because it's the ABC game.
Well,
that
but
afternoon.
here's why I think is Oregon's ranked. They want to give these guys a little more camera time.
yeah,
And find out if they're for
it
real.
fucks with your rhythm though. What's the over under this game? Can you look that up? Oregon Stanford.
Yeah.
It's got to be in the 50s. I bet it's low.
I don't bet this over
If it's
under
if
either
it's
way.
that early in the day, it's probably
Yeah.
low.
I don't bet it either way here, but my God, dude.
That's not a good bet.
No, not at all. Next up, we got Oklahoma versus Kansas State. This is Oklahoma -10.5. Look, I don't believe in Oklahoma at all. They're going to lose one of these shitty games.
Oh yeah.
I don't know which one it's going to be. Therefore, I'm going to sit out on the bets of this. 57.5
57.5. Yeah, that's. I would actually maybe take the under in that Oregon Stanford
for
game,
Oregon Stanford. Yeah,
57.5,
yeah.
Or crank it
look,
up to 63.
top 12. I just don't bet it. Oklahoma. I'm not going to bet until they play Texas.
No, Kansas State has actually looked okay this year.
it wouldn't surprise me.
Delco is high on them. I think they've got a pretty good defense.
It would not surprise me if Kansas State wins this game. Therefore, I can't bet on Oklahoma.
I'm not-
Oklahoma's going to lose one or two of these shitty games that they shouldn't.
But you can tease this up to 16.5 and take Kansas State with the points at 16.5. I think that's probably safe.
Yes. Yeah, I think you're fine.
It's probably
there.
a 14, 16-point game, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
This next one, who knows?
This is Ohio State against Rutgers. This is at Rutgers. There's
I mean,
going
this
to be
should-
about 43 people there.
Yeah, this is minus 15.5 Ohio State. Last year or any other year in recent memory, this would be like a fucking 28-point spread.
100%.
28 to 31-point spread.
And I'm gonna say something crazy here, Dan. You ready for this? Don't take Ohio State. It's 15.5. Until they prove themselves. So I'm not going to bet this at all.
I don't know if they start that other kid, I might take it.
Maybe, but
'Cause you can take it down to 9.5 too.
yeah. But even then, man, I don't trust this team enough to bet on them yet. Where I still need to see a good game. Yes, that Kyle McCord kid looked great against the Akron Zippers, but let's face it, Rutgers isn't the Akron Zippers here. So I don't know. There was a one-score game against Michigan. I'm not high on this, and I'm not high on Ohio State yet. So don't do it. Wait to see if they. This is the week they either start to turn it on and become a real team, or they're a fucking pretender.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting out of this game.
Same thing with Florida. I mean, they've lost already this year, but
But they lost to
you can
Bama.
you can get away with that one.
They lost
If that's
to
your-
Bama.
If that's your one loss, you can still make the playoff, but you got to take care of teams like Kentucky.
Correct. And this is 8.5.
Yeah.
I take this down in a teaser to 2.5, and they win by a field goal. I'm totally good to go on this.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Kentucky's undefeated, and I know they're a sleeper and a dark horse for a lot of teams. I think this will be a close, gritty game at one score, but ultimately Florida will win. I am going to bet this game, and this is definitely part of the teaser that I take down to 2.5 points. Next up is Louisiana Tech versus NC State. NC State is obviously coming off a huge victory against Clemson in this one. Look, it's Louisiana Tech.
Yeah.
If you're going to fall and have a down game after beating Clemson and the fans rush the field, it could be this one. This is a lot of fucking points.
Yeah, did you see that Clemson player
19 and a
spit
half.
in that lady's face?
Yeah.
That's
So
not good. Did he get suspended yet?
Oh yeah. So I'm sitting this out. That's too many points for me.
Same, yeah. I don't want to deal with that shit.
Me neither. Next up, you got Mississippi State against Texas A&M. A&M is coming off of that loss to
It's a tough loss.
they're coming off the loss to Arkansas here. Look, this spread is 7. This is one I put in a teaser and take it down to 6. I take this 6 down to -1 for Texas A&M, and I think you're fine on that. But this team is still looking for an identity. They got a backup quarterback, but I do think they win this game, so you're probably fine betting it. Just take it down to -6.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know if I'm going to bet this, though. It's kind of ugly.
Baylor, Oklahoma State, tough one to bet here. This is Oklahoma State -3.5. This is going to be a blast to watch, but I don't know who's going to win this game. This is a pick 'em. Whenever it's 3.5 like this, it's a pick 'em, and I have no idea.
Well, I would say they're probably favoring Baylor a little bit with that spread.
Yeah.
And I think Baylor will probably win this game.
Yeah, and for that reason, I don't know. And I think it is a one-score game one way or the other. So I don't bet it, but I will be watching this for sure. Next up is Penn State against Indiana. Penn State's looked pretty goddamn good this year. They're up to number 4 in the country.
Yeah, they look good. They're playing really well against teams they should play well against, but Indiana is one of those. It's like one of the Baylors of the fucking Big Ten.
Right.
They sneak up on people and beat them all the time.
Yeah.
Penn State's giving up 12 here. That's probably safe, to be honest. I mean, they probably win this game by 15 to 18 points, but
I agree.
It's so early in the season. This feels like one of those trap games.
It does, and I'll say this. Whenever it feels like a trap game, take it down 6. Penn State is definitely going to win by 7 points. I think you're fine. I think this is going to be a big week for teasers. So if you are signed up to Drinkin Bros Sports, you're going to see a lot of fucking 6-point teasers out of me because there's a lot of games that I like taking down in a teaser with a bunch of options in this, and including this next one. I absolutely fucking love, and I'm going to hammer till the end of time. Michigan State against Western Kentucky. This is Michigan State -10.5. Look,
You take that to 4.5.
yeah, you take that to 4.5 all fucking day, and pair that with an Arkansas bet or something like that. You were good to go, son.
Yeah, it's a good bet. This next one though, Boston College at Clemson. They're giving they're giving Boston College 16 points. No, dude, Clemson can't score.
No.
I mean, I know Boston College sucks and shit, but I'm not going to count on Clemson's offense anymore. That kid hasn't thrown over 170 yards in a game, I don't think.
Do you take this up to -22 or 20?
Because they could definitely blow them out. They could bring in one of their backup quarterbacks and actually run an offense instead of dicking around with this ukulele kid and beat them by 40 fucking points for sure. But you can't count on that. Dabo seems to have lost his goddamn mind.
I'm going to roll with BC in a teaser in this one,
I think he needs
man.
to pray more.
Yeah, he might. Schofield's here. He prayed the gay away. He's married now. He's happy.
Yeah.
You have kids? Yeah, dude. That's what happens when you pray the gay away.
Yeah.
Proud of you, Bill.
I feel like it's too risky. Boston College is not a team that historically beats people like that.
It's not. They've played Clemson close. I'm going to take this at -22. I'm going to take this up to 22 in a teaser.
The next one, Auburn at LSU. Auburn's been playing pretty well this year, and they're still LSU's getting 3.5. I know it's at home, but fuck, man.
Dude, they played Penn State pretty gritty. Penn State is number 4. That was their only loss.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't understand this whatsoever. I am hammering this. I'm going to take the money line on Auburn on this one, actually.
Yeah, I might too. I think Auburn's legit this year. I mean,
And they're getting 3.5. So I tell you what, if you're at home, take the safe bet and take the 3.5. You're good.
Shit, you could take that up to 9.5.
Yes.
They're
Yeah,
not.
take
LSU
it
is not beating Auburn by 9 points.
No.
That's not happening.
Take this game every way you can. I think you're great on
Any
this.
which way but loose.
I don't know why this is. This makes zero sense to me.
Who knows? If you use Delco's strategy to bet with Vegas, though, you would take this.
Oh, when he doesn't understand a spread?
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, it makes sense.
Next up, you got the lovely ladies of Arizona State University
I think UCLA is a
playing
faker.
UCLA.
I think UCLA is a fake team.
Yep.
So I could see them losing this game against a much. Look, they're going up against a much better coach, not necessarily a team, athletes.
Yeah.
Probably yet. Although I think he'll get some athletes there in the coming years.
Yeah.
And it would be cool to see Arizona State be a fucking football powerhouse. That would be dope. I would like that.
It's a
Although
dream.
I don't want to see one in the Pac-12 necessarily, because then you got to continue putting up with their bullshit.
Yeah.
Pretending like Oregon is a team and USC is a team.
The Monopoly guy is now counting money in his hands in the background
This is-
relentlessly.
yeah, it's so funny. man.
On TV here. Look at that. Look at that. He can find the camera too. He knows how to find the camera. Bill Schofield, get another picture of that guy with the money held
Yeah,
up
it's really
like
funny.
that. I really enjoy this. I really enjoy how he just finds the camera as well. Big fan of shit like
He's a
this.
professional. UCLA
Is not a
minus-
professional.
minus 3.5. It's in Compton, so maybe the gunfire will startle the.
Actually, this one's in
State team.
Pasadena, so
Oh, it's
you're
in
all right.
Pasadena?
Yeah, USC is in Compton.
Oh, yeah,
Look,
you're right.
Trap 12, we don't bet on. I will
Nah.
never even watch this game. It'll be on in the background.
This next one though, not that it's Trap 12, but Fresno State at Hawaii.
Ooh,
I don't know how do teams do traveling to Hawaii. Is there any book on that?
You know, it goes both ways,
Is
right?
it like
because
the Vegas flu? Because
it is because
But you
once you're in
can't do
Hawaii,
anything right
everybody
now.
fucking enjoys your life, and
but
and
you
all that
can't do
other stuff.
anything.
You can't do
there
anything
right now.
And Fresno
It's all shut
is
down,
the
right?
closest flight you can possibly get to Hawaii.
Well, they probably fly out of. They wouldn't fly out of Fresno, right, to Hawaii. They probably either go down to Ontario or up.
Yes.
To San
Yeah.
Francisco.
So either way, it's a direct, so
Yeah.
you're good. It's a nonstop.
It's not a bad flight from the West
Fresno
Coast.
State has looked good. To be safe on this one, buy half a point. Take Fresno State's minus 9.5. I've watched, ironically, I don't know how, 2 Hawaii games this year, and they looked fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah.
They have no offense there.
It's the only thing they ever have is offense, because you can put pretty much any quarterback in that system because you're not sacking the dude.
Yeah, but-
they have like 6 2,000-pound brick walls in front of.
But now they got a new
whoever the
coaching
quarterback is.
staff, and they have no offense.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
terrible.
It's crazy. You used to be able to bet that Hawaii game at midnight to win back all your
At least
money
the
that you
over.
lost in the day. Yes, dude.
Almost always the over. Now they're not really scoring points
No,
anymore.
not at all.
They're already 2-3 this season. So.
Fresno State has looked pretty good. I know Delco Dan is always hammering these guys.
I would take it at 10 probably, but why not buy half a point? It depends on how far down it goes. I don't know what is it, like minus 105?
Yeah, and this is also one of those games where if you had a bad day gambling and you're looking to get it back towards the end of the night, you do it. You do it.
Why isn't this on major television though?
It's too late. Nobody cares. This is a fucking 10:30 at night game. Hawaii versus Fresno State. This is usually either a Fox Sports 1's game or a fucking ESPN 2 game.
That's on the Fox Sports 1 game is Arizona State UCLA. This one is on CBS SN. I assume that means Sports Network. But
Okay.
I think that's their streaming shit, isn't it? That's not an actual channel on television. I think that's just their streaming service.
Yeah.
Which is better. I like when Amazon's been kind of randomly streaming football games, and I think they're going to take over the Sunday ticket shit.
They are.
Like I really think it's going to be the red zone thing. It's just all going to be on Amazon soon.
They've placed a bid for, I believe it's $2.5 billion a year. They already own the Thursday night games. Might as well own the Sunday games, and I'd be fucking amped and all in for that. Because right now, I've got Dish only for the fact of live sports, right? And the Red Zone package. The Red Zone package itself is great on Sundays, but it's like, hey, dude, I'd rather just watch an entire fucking game. Like,
Yeah, and then the rest of the year you don't use cable at all.
At all.
Because you watch
College basketball, I watch, like Big Ten Network and shit like
yeah,
that.
but you can
so.
see that streaming now too. I mean,
I know.
what people do with cable, or I'm sorry, old people watch streaming shit. Old
Yeah.
people being us You stream everything. The only thing that I see, and children are on fucking iPads. So I wonder, is it just the elderly keeping television alive?
Yeah,
Who's still
it might
watching
be.
that?
It might be.
And why would you spend money on advertisements on television?
No idea.
What
No
was
idea.
What was the award show this weekend? It got 2.6 million. The Tonys, I think.
Yeah, the Tonys.
Yeah, it was
I
down
was
to
surprised that it got
2.6 million.
that, and
Yeah.
that was awful ratings.
Nobody gives a fuck about the goddamn Tonys.
The Tonys. Jesse does. Pop into the background here. Do a little dance for the Tonys.
Pop into the foreground and do a dance.
Yeah.
For the Tonys. Somebody got some dollar bills.
Do a little Tony dance for everybody.
What's the statue look like? Is it Tony
There it
Montana?
is. There it is. Look at that, dude.
Jazz hands.
It's Tony the Tiger. It's Tony the Tiger.
Jared and I used to own a website called dotheshivo.com.
Shut the fuck
And it was
up,
just
dude.
like a picture wall of celebrities and other people just with their mouths all fucked up. Probably not the best thing I've done.
No, not at all. We got Bill Schofield here helping out this weekend. Appreciate you flying down. Drinkin Bro of the Week. Turn the camera on Bill if you
Hold
can.
on, just come sit over here.
Jesse. Oh, yeah. I'm going to ask you your lock of the week here. We don't do this very often. You are from Iowa.
I am.
How was that Iowa pick that I made? It's 3.5 because it's a Friday night game. This is a big one. We're all going to be watching this somewhere. 3.5 Iowa at Maryland. I'm sorry. Yes, 3.5 at Iowa. I'm going to take it down to 3. Who do you got in that one?
Iowa. you know my extensive knowledge of college football.
Yeah, and because you live there. Why is the entire state rallied around that school?
I don't know. And
It's your only football team, right?
you have Iowa State, right?
Yeah.
But I think Iowa's got a bigger program. I don't know. It's crazy. Everybody's Hawkeyes fans, and like people that never even learned to read for some reason or die hard about the college don't understand it. But
Can you read?
A little bit?
Okay. Proud of you. Where'd you go to college?
NC State.
NC State. Yeah. Oh, shit. NC State's decent this year, man.
Yeah, it was. By the time I transferred in there from like community college, so by that time I was already like working full time for like a racing team, and
Yeah.
so I didn't get to do much of the college sports stuff. But yeah, I think their football program seems to be growing pretty well. Right, a lot of quarterbacks have come out of NC State.
Yeah. Russell Wilson and those guys. Who else? Phillip Rivers.
Jacoby Brissett.
Oh yeah. Shit. Are you as hungover as we are today, by the way?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty rough.
God damn, man.
It's been a long couple days.
It's tough, dude.
And then living that air mattress life for the weekend really takes a toll on you.
Which was unnecessary, by the way.
Well, like.
Were you at Yandy's house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hotel rooms in Nashville this weekend were like $600.
Yeah, they were. Let me ask you this, Yandy man, does he go as hard in real life as he does in the street life?
Yeah, pretty hard, but he was keeping me kind of dialed back, so that was good.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, like last night at the dinner, he's like, "Yeah, we should probably leave before it gets too crazy," which is probably a good idea because by the time when we were leaving, I heard somebody start yelling for shots, so it was probably a good time to get out of there.
Oof. It got rough last night.
Yeah.
There was a lot of shots being thrown around, and the pours on those shots.
Oh yeah.
It was like a half a glass. You're just like,
Yeah,
Jesus
that wasn't
Christ.
a shot. That's 3 fingers. So
3 fingers in a glass. Yeah, it was a big boy night.
Oh yeah.
Who'd you enjoy seeing last night?
Um.
Did you get to meet everybody? Did you meet Ron White and Kid Rock
Yeah, I
and those
met
guys?
Ron. I didn't meet Kid Rock, Bobby, as we call him.
Yeah, obviously.
Who was I keep forgetting his name. Who was the baseball player that was there?
Oh, Johnny Damon.
Johnny Damon. I just started talking to him. I didn't even know who he was. And I was like, "What
Bill,
do you do?"
come on, dude.
I was like, "What do you do?" And he's like, "I play baseball." I was like, "Oh, no shit, cool." And everybody kind of looking at me weird.
Jesus Christ, Bill! It's a
know.
sports show.
I
You don't
know,
know who Johnny
I know.
fucking Damon is?
Nah, not a baseball guy.
One of the best to do it.
NFL's pretty much my go-to sport.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Who's your NFL team?
The Colts. So we saw them.
Yeah.
lose on
You
Sunday,
get to
but
see them lose right in front
yeah.
of your face.
Yeah, thanks for the tickets. But yeah, it was
Yeah, you're
a good
welcome.
time.
I actually picked. That was my lock of the week. Was the Tennessee Titans, and they came through.
Yeah, that was a good
They
pick.
won.
They weren't, Indianapolis was having a rough year this year. The quarterback gets out of bed too fast and breaks both his ankles, and
It's crazy, man.
yeah.
They posted a thing that he sprained both ankles in the last game, which I thought was medically impossible.
Yeah.
And they were like, status unclear. And I just wrote underneath I was like, no, status is wheelchair. Like,
Yeah.
dude, how do you sprain both ankles? It's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because they got a good team. I think they have really good coaching. Chris Ballard, the GM, who I think you guys have had.
Ballard has been on the show. Great guy.
We got a lot of faith in him. He seems to know what he's doing. But man,
so do I. They just keep having these unfortunate injuries there.
When you have your franchise quarterback just walk all like, I'm done. And 2 weeks before the season starts, like, what do you do?
Yeah. Andrew Luck, and then, obviously they popped in Rivers.
Yep.
Now they're popping in Wentz. They need to find a franchise guy. I don't know who that's going to be in the next draft is the problem.
Right.
There's a lot of great quarterbacks in this last draft. I don't know who the guy is coming out next year. Like, shit, because the big schools don't have anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure who it is. But the Colts have all the pieces. They just need a good quarterback, I think, in my opinion. That Taylor kid's great.
Yeah.
And to bang him with Hines, like,
Oh, yeah.
that's a sexy, fun team, man. But they need a consistent quarterback.
Yeah, T.Y.'s on IR right now, so we'll see what happens when he comes out. But yeah, and their defense. I mean, they got Justin Leonard on defense. He's a machine. So
decent defense.
Yeah. So
I tell you what, you want to give a shout out to anybody here as a Drinkin' Bro of the Week to take us home?
I'm gonna caught me off guard on that one, but I'm just gonna give a shout out to my Nooner crew. You know who you are.
Yeah.
Real good community, great people. We're doing our own thing as well, getting that started. So Nooners. Shout out.
Nooner Nation.
Yep.
And you guys are zooming in, just kind of hanging out, having drinks, talking, talking about life. Yeah.
Thursday nights on YouTube. Check us out.
Hell yeah, dude.
Gonna have I think Tansy's coming on this Thursday.
The Tansy man.
Yeah.
All right. Right on, dude.
So.
Well, hey, dude, we appreciate you flying out from Iowa. Not only that, but helping us out with the production at the game and everything else. Yeah. Hope you had a great time this weekend.
I had a blast,
yeah, so did we, man. We appreciate it. Thank you for being here, guys. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Not sorry about the hangover today, but man, when you're hanging out with these people, you'll get to see the show and understand why. But we went real hard. For Bill Schofield, D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin' Bros Sports College Pick Show. Good night, everybody.